check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.
What's up, guys? Time for another Hambone Quickie Reviews. It's a series where I'm going back and catching up on some movies that are now streaming and stuff that I wasn't able to go see at the movie theaters. You know, being a dad sometimes gets in the way of being able to go do things like go to the movies all the time and everything else. So I decided to do this because I'm able to stream some movies when I got the chance when I'm off work and stuff like that. Also appreciate everybody out there, especially our Patreons, for helping giving us the opportunity to be able to do things like we do. Thank you guys, like all the time. We're doing that on every show. And if you will, stick out through the end right here. This is like I said, it's gonna be a quick review, not a very long video, where I'll throw up an advertisement thing where you can try to support us in different ways. And we'll have that right there as well. The movie that I'm going to do today is a movie that I probably should have watched when it came out, maybe even went and seen in the theater. It got Academy Award nominations and stuff, and I actually think it won. I actually think Brie Larson won an Academy Award for this movie right here, and that's going to be Room, not to be mixed up with The Room. It's Room. This right here is a very heartwarming tale. It's very ugly and nasty at times as well. Like, as far as that goes, like, it's heartwarming because of the way the story ends, the way this mother and son were able to overcome the situation that they were in. But when you take that into account, the big thing here is like the reason why they were in the situation they were in was very like ugly, very nasty, and everything else. We had this guy, I call him, I think his name was Old Nick. I call him Nasty Nick. But he basically gets Brie Larson as she's like a older teenager, I think around 17 or so, and puts her in this room, basically like this garage that he had built, that had secure, like a door that was secure, wasn't any windows or anything, so that you couldn't get out of it and stuff like that, and had her trapped, tricked her into getting in there, and held her captive. And during that time, obviously, he's doing horrible things like rape and stuff like that. She ends up getting pregnant, and they don't do anything to stop the pregnancy. She goes on with the pregnancy, has this kid, and now, like, after the first 2 years, she had been kidnapped. So she's been kidnapped and captive for like 7 years, and the movie starts with this kid being like 5 years old. So he's actually been captive for like 5 years. The whole time I saw this, man, it was just like gut wrenching, thinking about this kid that only thinks that the room that he's in exists, right? And they have this voiceover with the kid, which I thought did an amazing job. This kid did amazing. I actually think he probably should have won an Academy Award as well. Just an amazing job done by this kid to show fear, to show what it would be like if you were a kid and you were trapped inside this room, like the things that you would try to rationalize in your head and stuff like that. But anyway, as the film goes, he reaches his 5th birthday and stuff. Brie Larson thinks that, oh, wait, maybe he's old enough that I can try to get him to do some kind of ploy. And he's able to basically escape because he fakes it. Basically, they fake his death. The guy goes to bury him to get rid of the body, and after being rolled up in a carpet, the kid's able to get out of the carpet, jumps out of the truck, and everything kind of falls apart for the guy, Old Nasty Nick. His life gets turned upside down at that moment, and Brie Larson and the son ends up getting out. Now, I will say another thing that's gut-wrenching about this film is when they get out, the life afterwards is almost in some ways worse than when they were trapped in the room. Right? Because, Brie Larson's got all these things going on. There's all these people wanting to give them attention and stuff like that. Like, this is an amazing escape story, like someone being found that's been missing for a long time. And now they have this kid and everything. And you have her dad that doesn't even want to look at the kid because he knows where the kid come from. You have just the world, as it always does, shows a lot of oh yeah, baby, woo. It gets excited about this awesome story that's told about these people that escape. But then after a few weeks, the story kind of goes cold, and they don't get that attention anymore and stuff like that. So I just found all that interesting. Brie Larson goes to commit suicide. The kid, obviously, with some things that he does, he cuts off his hair that he's had this whole time, really long hair. He thinks it gives him strength, like the story in the Bible from Samson. and he finally gets a haircut and wants to give the hair to his mom because she's actually in the hospital after trying to commit suicide, and to give her strength. And a very key moment in this movie is whenever she says, like, he saved her life twice. There's times where I never really got as bad as this, like to commit suicide. Nothing in my life ever happened as bad as in this tragic story. But with that being said, there's times I think, like, because I have my son, that I live a better life, just period, 100%. He makes everything better. He's the greatest thing that I'll ever have. He's the greatest thing I'll ever partake in. He's just awesome and amazing. And every time I get a hug from that dude, like, it doesn't matter. The world could be ending. And I'd forget about that during those split, couple of seconds and stuff like that. And like, so it really hit me hard. Like, tears actually hit my beard. This is one of those things that, like, it's a very emotional film. I really suggest going out to see it for this kind of film. And this is the reason why I missed it, is because this isn't a type of film that I normally go out and jump out to see. And everything else. I wish I would have seen it sooner, because this film is graded at least at an 8, maybe even an 8.5, just because of how great it was. It was filmed good, direction style, it was written well. Like I said, it was acted great by the two main characters, Brie Larson, and I can't remember the name of the kid, but the kid did awesome as well. Just a very great and well told and simple story, right? It's simple, but it has a lot of layers to it. And I really just appreciated it and stuff like that. So, like, really up there, really high. If you haven't seen this movie, go and watch it. And if you've seen it and it has been a long time, maybe watch it again, man. It deserves like a second viewing out there. And just thank you guys for allowing me to do stuff like this. And like I said before, I'm going to leave out here with ways that you can help support the channel if you can. Hey guys, it's Justin, aka Hambone, just here to let you know a couple of things that we have going on with the channel. One, we have a Patreon. If you can and want to support us, you can do that. As little as $1. You can join the Discord. We also have a merch store where you can get some cool shirts, mugs, and stuff with all of our different shows and labels on there. And thank you for all of our supporters that have already been there with us.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.